Ooh. Check out that.
That is 100% ginger.
Oh, that is. That is.
Look the way it curves.
No. It's a beard hair.
Holy shit. Are you sure?
I think.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hey everybody.
Hello.
My name is Corey.
I'm Kyle.
And welcome to Beards, Booze, Bands, and BS. This is episode number
9
of our podcast. I want to talk about something for all the people that maybe their first one and maybe coming here just for their, the review or the reaction. We will do multiple things. We're going to talk about, we're going to try some booze, and we're going to get into our BS bowl. And then we'll spend the last part of the podcast really going over the music. So hope you all stay for all the content and enjoy. But we will start with our booze. And today it is also specific kind of because we're doing Who's Our Music? TWRP, which we've talked about before.
Yeah, we have Tupperware Remix Party. They're out of Nova Scotia originally, and now they're out of Toronto.
Nice.
In Ontario. Yep, they're awesome.
We did our best to try to find some Canadian-made alcohol. There's a lot of Canadian whiskeys out there. Mm-hmm. Didn't really want to go that route, so we were like, well, you know what? Dr. Sung is a fan of ciders and beers.
Yeah.
And so we thought it'd be nice that if we add a cider, and then I didn't know until today that Fireball is made in Canada.
Yeah, I shit a little when you told me that, actually. Oh, and Dr. Sung is the lead singer, quote unquote, and keyboard player, and it's very, very different.
It's weird. It says Kentucky on the back.
Does it say?
It does, but when I looked up their company,
it said Canada.
Yeah, it did.
He sent me a list of all these different spirits that were from Canada, and then I saw Fireball on there. I'm like, I don't drink Fireball all the time, but I figured that would be fun.
So today, Fireball is going to be made in Canada.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to,
do the Fireball first.
You know what? 100%. This is not.
Use bottle opener, and I'm not wearing my Duff Beer hat, so.
I don't have a bottle opener.
You don't have one in the house?
Yeah, but just not right here.
Go run and get it real quick. Fine. I'll entertain. Beep. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous. You better run faster because I suck at this. I shaved my head. That was like a gazelle.
And I'm out of breath just doing that. All right. There you go.
Oh, thanks.
Do you know how to pour? Don't do that.
What? Did you say, do I know how to pour?
I'll pour. You go for the questions.
Okay. Hold my beer. I'll go for the question.
You go for the questions.
You should probably put the Fireball in there first, but,
Whatever.
Because then it gets all around and all the bubblies and the stuff.
Whatever.
God.
What's our question?
All right.
From the BS Bowl.
I don't even know the answer to this one. What is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened in your life?
Ooh. I don't know. There's been some embarrassing things. Mm-hmm. I can tell a story about. Nope, I'm not going to tell that story. I don't know. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened in my life? I guess I can tell that I almost passed out at my wedding.
Okay.
It's technically not the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened in my life, but I will say that the most embarrassing thing that's been in my life that I look back on now and it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about. It's delicious. So on our wedding day, it was hot. It was in July. Nope, sorry, June.
June.
June. And
got some. There you go.
And it was very, very hot. And in the church, because my wife's Catholic, we were doing at the time, and I'm Catholic also. We were doing almost like almost a full mass for the wedding, and so we have to sit up front, and the AC is literally blowing right onto my wife, like it's blowing right past me and onto her, and I'm over there I'm sweating, I'm nervous, I feel like my heart's palpitating. Everybody in the audience, everybody in the pews are just looking at me, and I'm like, my wife's like, she was like, don't you dare pass out on our wedding day. I swear to God, I was like, I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling real well. And so her granddad actually had to go and get me a bottle of water from like the rectory and bring it back. And he's like sneaking up to the front and kind of just like hands me a small bottle of water. And I take a big sip and I put it down. And then we go up front and I'm like, don't lock your knees. Don't lock your legs. Don't lock your legs. Because they always say that if you lock your legs, you'll pass out. So I was just standing up there. And then it was fine after that. But I remember just everybody staring at me. I was like, there's no way I can pass out on my wedding day. Just no way. Like
Somebody better have been filming.
It was going to be bad. It was going to be a bad
AFE.
day. So for me, that was probably the most embarrassing ones that I can talk about.
Yeah. I can talk about one that was pretty embarrassing for me. I mean, at the time, it was extremely embarrassing. So, this is back when Home Improvement was still on the air.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it was a while ago. This is the first girl I ever kissed.
Okay.
Okay, I don't remember how old I was, maybe 13, 14, I don't know, probably 13. And the girl that was over to hang out was our minister's daughter.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
So this isn't where the embarrassing part comes in. So, we kissed and then it was kind of cool and amazing. I was like, holy shit, this is, wow. It wasn't like I was 40 and it was my first kiss. I can't remember. But I knew it was probably pretty magical and whatever. And so my mom yells up to us, like, hey, do you guys want to go for a walk? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And, so we go downstairs and we go for a walk. And you know this about me because I've told you some stories before. Oh, I have one better than this. But anyway, I have one better than this. Anyway, so when I get nervous, I get the bubble guts. And
did you get the walking farts?
When I get gas. So I'm trying to hold in my gas and because I don't want to, one, embarrass myself and two, have her run away, So we're walking, and then I accidentally farted. And then I started scuffing my feet to try to, make the sound happen again. And it just wasn't doing enough. So I was pretty embarrassed, but I'm like, oh, maybe she bought it. And so, a few years later, I was hanging out with her again, another friend of mine.
And she brought it
and
up.
We're talking. I'm like, so, remember that time when we kissed, And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, and we went for a walk with my parents. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, when you farted? And I'm like, shit. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've done that one.
Yeah.
No.
But I just thought of a better one, but that's okay.
All right, here we go.
It also involves flatulence.
I think we've gone over this one, but maybe you can come up with another one.
Okay.
What is your favorite holiday movie, and what do you think that says about you?
We haven't gone over this.
Really?
No.
Okay. Because I know your favorite comedy.
My favorite comedy is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and technically it's a Thanksgiving movie. But when we mean holiday, I'm assuming we're meaning the December movies. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind what mine is. I know what mine is. I've known it since I was a kid. Can you guess?
Christmas Vacation.
No. Wait, you don't get multiple. You get one, and that's it.
I don't know.
You knock the best friend goes down one notch.
I don't know. What is it?
A Christmas Story.
Okay.
Yeah. By far, that is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. And I think it's because I relate to how he gets the spoiler. I mean, it's been on forever. He gets the BB gun at the end from behind the bookcase.
Daisy Red Ryder.
Yeah. And when I got my first bass guitar, the same thing happened. It did the same thing. We opened everything and we're like, oh, all right, everything was okay. And it wasn't sad, but I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
And so my dad's like, what's that behind the cabinet over there? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, there's something over there. I'm like, all right. And I looked over there and it was my first bass guitar.
Nice.
And then he pulled out an amp and
Did you pluck your eyeball out?
yeah,
Did you go see Santa?
Pluck your eyeball out. You slap your eye out. Probably. Yeah. But anyway,
I don't. This is a tough one. Mine's probably more recent. I can watch this one over and over and over again, and if I don't see anything else, I'm okay. And I had not seen it, and I've never seen it until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Krampus.
No.
Okay.
White Christmas.
Oh wow! I still haven't seen that.
My father-in-law
tried to get me to
is
watch
his
it.
favorite movie, and he was like, "Oh, you got to see it in a couple years ago." I was like, I'm not a Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and I'm like, and Rosemary Clooney, and I'm like, all right. And then I watched it, and it makes me so happy. Like, it just makes me so happy. Like, Danny Kaye.
Danny fucking Kaye. Speaking of a holiday movie.
So, no, I don't know what it says about me. Maybe I've always wanted like a white Christmas, like for it to snow and everything. It never really happened growing up. I mean, I was kind of raised in Florida, and then I grew up in North Carolina. And yeah, we had snow, but it wasn't like on Christmas Day you wake up and there's a blanket of snow and everything is awesome.
Yeah. That's not really happening anymore from where I used to be from.
Because up in Plattsburgh?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like they don't get snow typically till January or February. So it's like, yeah, because I was talking to Brenda.
Yeah.
Go, Brenda. Sorry. Did that thing just move?
It did.
Just making sure there's no bugs in there or anything like that. The hell was I talking about? Nothing.
You were talking to Brenda.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't fix anything.
Yeah, so White Christmas is mine.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Christmas Story is yours. They're both classics.
Yeah.
I mean, White Christmas actually took place.
It's a big classic.
Right. It's so theatrical, and I think I love that about it.
Yeah.
It's so cheesy theatrical. Like, they're supposed to be in a war, and they're just breaking out in song. And I'm like, somebody's getting shot in that one. Just give away your position.
You guys are all stupid. They're going to be dressed as army guys. Looking for army guys.
So, that's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Neat.
Get you the video?
Want to?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want me to talk about it first?
Yes.
Okay. So, again, the artist is TWRP. The song is called Starlight Brigade. And it was from their Throughout Time record. And it features Danny Avidan on vocals. Danny is Danny Sexbang from Ninja Sex Party. So they frequent each other's projects, obviously, since TWRP is Ninja Sex Party's backing band. But the music video itself is done by Knights of the Light Table, which is an animation studio, and it's based off of like 90s anime and some of the stuff like that. So it's it sounds very 80s/90s, and it looks amazing. So yeah, super big fan of this video.
And we actually got a couple of requests for this on one of our first Ninja Sex Party podcasts, and they're like, "Oh, y'all should look at Starlight Brigade." And I was like, "Yeah, that's definitely on the list."
Yeah, that it's an amazing song.
All right, so let's watch it. TWRP. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Knights of the Light Table.
And it's fun to watch them play this live.
Yeah.
Although Dan doesn't.
No. They do when they tour with each other. Yeah.
Reminds me of Flight of the Navigator.
Huh, yeah.
Fun fact, that was Paul Rubin that did the voice of Mac.
Really?
Sure.
Very nice.
I'm on my way out. Lift off the fire, storm ignites. Last thoughts of a life by candlelight. Inside, the speeding satellite.
So I'm gonna have you pause it in a minute. Not just yet. When I get there. Right there. Okay, so I just wanted to notate this, that all members of TWRP are represented here, as well as the members of Ninja Sex Party, except that Danny isn't there. It's supposed to be a gender neutral character called Stride, and it's just supposed to represent like Danny's like not feelings, but like just how he is and his personality and stuff like that. So yeah, Dr. Sung, who is the singer, which we mentioned at the start of this, and he does talk box.
Yeah, he's great
with a
at
keyboard,
it.
and he's unbelievable. And you have Commander Meowch, who plays bass. He's the one that's dressed up like the lion. You have Lord Phobos, who is the guy that he looks like a kind of an alien. He's in the top right there.
In the red.
In the red. That's the guitar player. And then you have Hav Hogan, who's the robot in the bottom left, who's the drummer. It's not a big, they look like that. You've seen them.
Yeah.
They're dressed up. It's all crazy and really awesome. Oh, and I'll mention that Ninja Brian is in the upper right. So
Ninja Brian.
But yeah, anyway.
What's his last name?
Wecht.
Wecht.
Brian Wecht. Yeah.
Somebody responded to one of our comments and said, "Did you know that he has a doctorate in astrophysics or something like that?"
Yeah, because I had said something and I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but he commented. I'm like, "Yep, that's what it was." I guess I just couldn't remember it. But that's crazy. Before he even did this, and he's been back and forth.
Right.
It's like, he goes and does like I'm not even sure if it's a class or anything like that, but it's the guy that wrote our theme who's trying to call us right now. Anyway, we're not taking live calls. So
right.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and watch.
Remember, because this isn't the first time I've seen this.
No.
Neither of you.
I've seen this so many times.
And I always wanted this to be like a much larger thing, like they would make a series or something.
Like a bigger world, yeah. I watched the crap out of that.
Right.
That's funny. That's the shot that I got. Addie has a T-shirt from this with him like screaming like that, and I bought. This is the shirt that I bought at the concert was the T-shirt for this. It's just so beautifully done.
And there's Dr. Song
Yeah.
in the top box.
Oh yeah, they shortened the. They took out the saxophone solo and half of that part right there.
Yeah.
Good thing that they did just there.
Yeah.
When they pause it just real quick. When they hit the pyramid and then the rainbow came out the one side,
Yeah,
very much like Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
But when that happens, in the lyrics he says Dark Side.
Oh really?
So yeah, so you see that shot and then he says Dark Side.
Neat.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
it's just a fun video.
Yeah.
It's just a super fun video. I respect the fact that that they went this route because it's a big song. I mean, this is a big song for TWRP. I think this is probably the biggest thing that they've done.
It's the biggest thing because the video itself, people just freaked out when
Yeah.
the video came out. But yeah, it's got some sort of it's a ridiculous amount of like millions of views
Yeah.
and stuff. But
And it is so interesting because, again, we've talked about this before. I had never heard of TWRP and got to go see them live. So they were playing in Orlando, and we drove over and saw them. And I was looking around, and everybody's dressed up. And, I'd never been to a concert like that.
yeah, where it feels like you're at a like MegaCon or something.
Yeah. And I was like, well, he was like, just trust me. Just trust me. And the band that opened up for them was
That was
Power. No,
I feel bad that I don't remember it. It's
I can't remember either.
Protomen.
Yeah, Protomen.
Yeah.
And we were like, they're probably not going to be great. They actually turned out to be
They're awesome.
really, really great.
They're really awesome, and it's all like they're a theme band. It's like what's the word? A concept band, like
Right.
concept album, concept bands. There's a ton of them, but like it's all based. Their songs and all their albums are based out of the Mega Man
Right.
from Nintendo.
And what's interesting is that they actually did a song with TWRP also.
Yeah, they did. It was
race,
it's off the same album
Yeah,
as this,
and it was great. It was a
Yeah,
great song.
I just can't. I'm having a brain fart. I've bought the album like twice. It's stupid. I can't think of it.
And actually, TWRP just released an album late last year.
They release an album every year.
Yeah, hard to get on vinyl though.
Not yet.
So that was super fun video. We've actually done between NSP and now TWRP. We've done three animated videos.
They were all animated,
They
weren't
were
they?
all
Yeah.
animated. And the reason somebody actually asked us to do it was because we had done the not the Kraken one. It was Welcome to My Parents' House.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we were talking about TWRP.
Yeah.
And they're like, you should do TWRP Starlight Brigade. And I was like, that's a great one because we both know that song. It's like my go-to song when I jump into the car and I'm like, I'm going to listen to some TWRP. And that's like the first one that pops up for me. So never disappointed with that one. I do wish that they would do more with that. And they probably never will.
No,
But
they
it's
never
just,
will.
It's just one of those characters. It's like I would love to know. They did such a great job that you actually care about what the storyline was with this particular video.
Yeah.
It makes me feel a lot like Neverending Story. That kind of like concept where he's going and meeting an older the wizard type person that kind of helps him out, and he's got a team of people that between the rock biter and the racer and things like that, trying to help him get to the end. So. I enjoy it. Any last things?
Excuse me. You know what song I jump in to the car with? When I want to listen to TWRP?
Rock and Roll Best Friend. Yeah.
Rock and Roll Best Friends.
Wow. Speaking of, let's wrap this up because we got tacos.
We got taco. Oh,
We got
yeah.
tacos.
Tacos.
We're going for tacos. So you got to finish that.
The hook.
Yeah. Before we go, he has to finish it. I'm
You start
Corey.
making me laugh, you asshole. I'm Kyle.
Peace.
Peace out.